All right, in problem number 3, we've got this sequence 1, 3, 2, where each term after the first two is found by taking the preceding term and subtracting it from the one preceding that. So, for example, the next term in this sequence would be 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. And the question is, what is the sum of the first 45 terms of this sequence? Well, let's see. Let's see if we can find a pattern here. That's what I'm hoping for. So let's take a look at this sequence. So we have 1, 3, 2, and then we have 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 2, which is negative 3. And then we have negative 3 minus a minus 1, which is negative 2. Then we have negative 2 minus a negative 3, which is just going to be 1. And then we have 1 minus a negative 2, which is just going to be 3. And you can see now we're back to 1, 3, and the pattern is just going to repeat, right? Because 3 minus 1 is 2, and we're just going to get the same pattern. So what we've got is a sequence here that repeats, okay? And how many terms do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms that repeat. Okay? And the other thing too is that you could see that the sum here, we have a 3 and a negative 3. We have a 2 and a negative 2, and we have a 1 and a negative 1. So the sum here is equal to 0. Okay? So every time we repeat these 6 terms, we end up with a sum of 0. So the first 6 terms will be 0, the first 12 terms will be, the sum will be 0. So let's see how many times 6 will go into 45, okay? That'll tell us, if we were to list out all of these numbers, how many times would we repeat this pattern of 6, okay? So if we take 6 and divide it by 45, well, that's not too bad. 6 times 7 is 42. Oh, jeez. All right. 42. Writing backwards. 42. So we have a remainder of 3. Okay. So we're going to end up, if we were to list out the whole sequence, the whole, or all the first 45 terms of the sequence, we would repeat this pattern of 6 7 times, and then we'd go 3 more. Okay, 3 more beyond that. So we would end up here. Now, every set of 6 numbers in the sequence, 1 through negative 2, that's just going to sum to 0, right? So, and we're going to repeat that 7 times. So we have 7 times 0, and then we have 3 more, which is just going to be 1 plus 3 plus 2. And that's just equal to 6. So that's our answer, is that the sum of the first 45 terms is just going to be 6, because most of those terms are going to cancel out except for the last 3. And so all we really need to know is the sum of the last 3, and the sum there is 6.